Once the most powerful empire the world had ever seen, Rome ruled over 70 million people. But within just a few centuries, it crumbled into chaos. What went wrong? In this video, we'll explore the 5 key reasons behind the fall of the Roman Empire and how it shaped the modern world. Imagine a world dominated by the Roman Empire. It was the year 117 AD, and Rome had reached its zenith. From the windswept shores of Britain to the arid deserts of Egypt, the empire stretched over 5 million square kilometers. It boasted unparalleled engineering feats like aqueducts and roads, a disciplined and fearsome military, and a cultural influence that shaped entire civilizations. But beneath the surface, unseen forces were at work. Forces that would eventually bring this behemoth to its knees. For centuries, Rome thrived under the strong leadership of emperors like Augustus and Trajan. But as time wore on, the system unraveled. Between 235 and 284 AD, a period known as the crisis of the 3rd century, Rome cycled through over 20 emperors, most meeting violent ends. Corruption and power struggles crippled governance, leaving the empire vulnerable to external threats. Imagine a nation where leadership changes every few years amid chaos. Stability becomes a fleeting dream. Rome's economy, once a pillar of its strength, began to crumble. Heavy taxation drained the wealth of its citizens, while the empire's reliance on slave labor stifled innovation. Trade routes, the lifeblood of Roman prosperity, became increasingly unsafe due to piracy and invasions. Inflation spiraled out of control, and once thriving markets stood empty. The empire that once financed architectural marvels now struggled to pay its soldiers. Rome's borders were under siege. The once mighty legions, overstretched and underfunded, could no longer repel the relentless onslaught of barbarian tribes. In 410 AD, the unthinkable happened. The Visigoths, led by Alaric, sacked Rome itself. This marked a psychological turning point. Rome, a city thought invincible, was left in ruins. And yet, the invasions didn't stop there. The Vandals, the Huns, and countless others chipped away at the empire's remains. At its height, the Roman Empire was a marvel of ambition, but it was also a logistical nightmare. Managing an empire so vast required resources that simply weren't sustainable. Roads that once connected the empire became liabilities as they stretched the military too thin. Communication broke down, and local governors often acted as rulers of their own territories. Rome's vastness, once its pride, became its Achilles heel. Within Rome's walls, a slow decay took hold. The disciplined and united Roman spirit eroded over generations. Soldiers once renowned for their discipline and loyalty became mercenaries, fighting for pay rather than patriotism. The general populace grew disconnected, indulging in luxury and entertainment, while civic duties were neglected. Infrastructure, aqueducts, roads, and even walls fell into disrepair. Rome was rotting from the inside out. The final chapter came in 476 AD. when the last Roman emperor, a boy named Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by Odoacer, a Germanic chieftain. Though the Eastern Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, survived for another 1,000 years, the fall of the Western Roman Empire marked the end of an era. Rome, once the ruler of the known world, had become a shadow of its former self. Yet, in many ways, Rome never truly fell. Its language, Latin, lives on in the Romance languages. Its legal principles underpin the justice systems of countless nations. Its architectural innovations inspire builders to this day. Even the idea of a united Europe owes much to Rome's legacy. The fall of Rome wasn't just an ending, it was a transformation, paving the way for the medieval world and beyond. The story of Rome is a story of rise and fall, of triumph and tragedy. Its lessons remind us that no empire, no matter how powerful, is immune to time. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, make sure to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more historical explorations. Until next time, remember, history is always closer than we think.